Hello, Jimmy from Hairy Campers again. We've come up to the memorial to give you a bit of an idea of what happened here in this end of the base. This is all part of the Catalina base. We're now at the memorial. Well, there's a propeller sitting on top of the memorial which actually come off of Catalina, and there's also a sign up there that will tell you how long the air base was open for. The air base was open from a period of 1939 to 1960, and their role during the Second World War was great. They had a very big role to play here. It was a training base and also a maintenance base and modifications. Now, like I said, the book called RAAF Black Cats has most of this information in it that you can read. If we look directly down that way down there, you'll see the bowling club. That bowling club that you see there is what's left over of the officers' mess. So that's been well maintained and turned into a bowling club, which is good to see. Most of these, or all of these plaques that you can see here are ex-Air Force servicemen to Rathmines. They were either stationed at Rathmines or stationed with the Air Force. So their plaques are here for preservation and eternity, which is a great thing. Like I said, we had a developer that wanted to move in here and take all of this and turn it into a marina. And we've seen this happen before, where it costs you nothing to come here and look around. The minute a developer gets involved, it costs you hundreds of dollars just to do what they needed to do. All right. Now I'll move over to the flight line. I'll take you over to the flight line where they used to land and take off from, and then we'll go from there and probably go over to another spot. So if we wander over to this side over here, and if you can bear in mind, 1939, no trees. There was no trees whatsoever here. They were all knocked down out of the road. So I've sailed this area, and that water is some of the best water in Australia. It's a great place to bring a family, great place for picnics. Like I said, thank God the developers didn't get involved. The last thing we ever wanted. Right, the official name for that area there is called Catalina Bay. And as you can see, it's beautiful water. It is. It's great water. It would have been an absolute dream to land on. Now, that area through the trees over there is where the tower was, and the tower is still there today. Now, because they were landing on water, they didn't need a big high tower, so they just used a very small tower that was over there. You've got to understand with these Catalinas, they were very secret of what their operations were. During the Second World War, and no one really wanted to let them know, or let anybody know, what was involved with these Catalinas, just in case the Japanese got hold of information of what they were doing and be able to stop their missions were. But like I said, it wasn't to cause death and destruction. It was just to interrupt the theatre of operation of the Japanese during the Second World War, just so the Americans could get more involved in what was going on. Like I said, RAAF Black Cats. Have a read of it. All right, we'll just give you a bit of a pan of the area from Catalina Bay across the head, and then back around the flight line. Beautiful area. Now, if you wanted to come to this area and you were a camper and you follow our site, what I can tell you is there is a great caravan park over at Wangi. It is one of the best caravan parks in this area. I've been there myself. Another caravan park over at Toronto, great place to stay over there. There is not a great deal of free camping in this area. There's not a great deal of it at all. I don't actually know of any of it in this area. The little town of Rathmines, COVID-19 has been, the restrictions have been lifted a little bit. Go to the little place, go to the little town of Rathmines. Give them a little bit of money in there. Just to go and take your business to those people there. They haven't had a great deal of anything happen here. Like I said, this base has been here since 1939 and it needs to stay here until, you know, forever. And the only way it'll do that is if you people come here, visit this area, visit Rathmines, go to the caravan park over at Wangi, go to the caravan park over at Toronto. There's so much to see just in this area here, in this Rathmines area. And this is part of your heritage. This is part of what actually saved us in the Second World War. Read the book, do the research, see what these Catalinas did, what their effort was during the Second World War. This part of the documentary is pretty important. This is just as important as what the 75th Squadron was that went to Port Moresby for 44 days. All right, thank you.